We're the Malta Eurovision Song Contest 2023, and with us now is an act to the contest. It's Greta Tude.
Indeed. Hello, everyone.
And she's got some strange stilettos, and they make sounds. That's the name of the song.
Exactly. It's called Sound of My Stilettos. So in the beginning of the song, you'll see me walking onto the stage with my stilettos and having a party, basically.
I think you're probably the first drag artist that comes onto the Maltese Eurovision Song Contest.
We have had a panto dame prior to this, once before. And drag artist, I think I am the first one. Yes, I am.
Wow, congratulations
Thank you.
for being in the books for that.
Yes, definitely. I love to see representation, so seeing myself being a drag queen here, and obviously we've had Clintess as well, a transgender woman in the contest this year. Representation is so important, so I'm so glad that we do have this in Malta as well.
Mm-hmm. The song is The Sound of My Stilettos, so tell us about that song.
So my song is basically all about being your true self and enjoying life as you want it and as you want to be. So basically, as a drag queen, I'm always wearing my high stiletto heels so that everyone's hearing the sound of my stiletto, so everyone can do what they want and feel like they're included and enjoying life, basically.
Well, some years ago, I took some high heels as dressing up as a lady for Carnival.
Yeah.
10 seconds I was on that shoes, and then I said, no, I become a cowboy. Because I just simply couldn't walk on it. So how do you manage to do this?
Smile through the pain is what I would say. It is painful, it's not easy, but being on that stage, firstly, I'm enjoying myself. Second of all, seeing the people enjoy it is what gives me the buzz. It's why I keep doing it. It's why I keep performing in drag, because people can relate to it. People, as I said with my song as well, it's like the oddities, we all find them and we all shine because of them. So people relate to me in that way. So seeing people smile back at me and enjoying life gives me the vibe, and I forget about the pain of my feet then.
Fabulous, fabulous. Now, you told me before you're not actually living actively in Malta, you are in the UK.
I am.
So how come?
So basically, when I was 17 years old, I moved over to London to study musical theatre. And I spent 3 years studying there, graduated, and then I got my first job, and I was performing in Tenerife. So I spent a summer in Tenerife, which was amazing. That's where I actually started doing drag, to be honest. But then anyways, I came back to the UK, and I was meant to fly back to Cyprus. And whilst in Tenerife, I met my now husband. We just got married 2 months ago, and he is from Wales. So I moved to Wales. COVID hit and I got stuck there, and now I wouldn't change it for the world. I love it.
Wow, fantastic. What a story. Wow. Now, is drag what you do as a full-time profession, to be a drag artist?
Yes, at the moment, thankfully, I can say that I am doing it full-time. I'm self-employed and I travel around the UK, and wherever there's gigs who need a drag queen, I show up in all this makeup, wigs and heels and entertain the crowds.
So how did the idea come up to take part in the Malta finals then?
So from a very young age, I'm saying like probably when I was about 5, I remember watching the Eurovision. I remember when Olivia Lewis represented Malta with Vertigo, I was actually in the audience when she won in Malta, so it's going back years, I'm saying. And I've never missed a Eurovision contest in Malta, even since I've lived abroad. I'd be streaming it, I'd watch all the semi-finals and everything that's going on. I love it so much. And Malta has a very special place in my heart. It's where I've grown up. My family is still based here. I've lived here 17 years, and my journey in Malta, I'd done the Junior Eurovision in Malta, and I was also part of a website, ESC Flash Malta, as well as a senior editor, and I used to be backstage with all the artists and everything, and I've always had that dream to the Eurovision, but I've always said if I enter the Eurovision, I want to represent Malta if I get to win. So this year I said, I've worked on my drag for 3 years, it is time now to try it, submitted one song for the first time ever, and I'm here in the semi-final, so it's like a dream come true for me.
Wow, fantastic story. I'm really amazed. The name Greta Tude. First I really read it like Greta Tude.
Yeah.
So but then I thought that cannot be, there must be something behind it. So how did the idea of the name come up?
So I spent a long time trying to choose my drag name, and I've had a couple before I settled on Greta Tude, but one thing that I find with drag is you have to have that one thing that makes you different to everyone else who's doing drag, have your own unique selling point, basically. And for me, that is always being grateful for what I've had. I've achieved whatever I've achieved in my life by being grateful for what I've had before. So I wake up every morning, and the first thing I do is write down 3 things that I'm grateful for every day. That is my morning routine, and I don't think, if I don't do it, I don't think my day will go as well as it can go. So since I practice gratitude every day, I thought, call myself Greta Tude for that reason.
Fabulous. Fabulous! Wow, it's really good. Wow, amazing. Now, what's your real name as well for the viewers and listeners?
Yes, of course. My name is Antoine Ferrugia. If you go on YouTube and you search Antoine during Eurovision, you'll probably find old videos of me there as well.
Well, I met this gentleman already some years ago, and I didn't recognize him because of the outfit now.
Indeed,
so,
yes.
well, in Eurovision, we had an international final this year in Norway, in Spain,
Yes.
and also in Sweden.
Yes.
Drag artists and transgender performers.
Yeah.
So it's becoming popular to Eurovision. Do you think it's a good direction to go for the contest?
Definitely. I think it's a very good direction because, firstly, these performers have always been here. They've always been performing in clubs, bars and everywhere. But nowadays, having these platforms such as the Eurovision, that we can have our representation being shown. Because little boy me, when I was young and wanted to basically see myself on the screen, I couldn't find it. Nowadays, I know that there's little boys out there who want to become drag queens, and they can watch the Malta Eurovision, see me there, and I can be their inspiration. And for me, representation is such an important thing in the world. So yes, get the drag queens, get the transgender performers everywhere on all the stages across the world, because there are little people who are still suffering, so it is good to see people that they can relate to.
Fabulous. How can people find out more about you when you perform somewhere in the UK or here? Is there a website?
So you can follow me on all my social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I post regularly, sometimes a bit too much. I'm constantly on it. But yeah, if you follow me, I'm at the Greta Tude on everything. And yeah, basically I post all my updates where I'm performing, and you can come and find me.
Perfect. First of all the best of luck at the Malta Eurovision
Thank you.
semi-final, and then hopefully get that step into the grand final, and then we see how it continues there.
Indeed, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy the contest as much as we are enjoying it.
Okay. One question I want to add into this. I will edit it. No, it's about this your repertoire. I want to ask. So let's do. Now, as a drag artist, you also have quite a large repertoire of songs you perform from the world of Eurovision, for instance.
Yes.
Which songs have you got in your repertoire?
So at the moment, I'm actually working on one of the most vocally, difficult songs. I'm working on Not the Same by Sheldon Riley, because I think that song is a very powerful song with a very powerful message. So I'm working on that at the moment, but obviously mainly it's when you're at bars and clubs and people are like, can you sing this song? And you're like, I can give it a go. And you just sing a Eurovision song without even knowing it's a Eurovision song sometimes.
Which songs you have then?
So Euphoria is one that people always ask me to sing. I've done Rise Like a Phoenix a couple of times as well. Mainly them two, I would say. Then obviously there's all the ABBA repertoire that every drag queen will sing. So ABBA came from the Eurovision. ABBA are massive success from the Eurovision, so that's another one that all the ABBA songs I would include. But yeah, those are the main songs.
Wow. Now, also I would like to know from you, what are your favorite Maltese entries to Eurovision?
Ooh, good question. Well, I do love quite a lot of them, because obviously as a Maltese it's in my blood, and I can't help being biased. I just love them every year. But I would say that my top ones are actually Taboo by Christabel. I really love that song. I really like Not My Soul by Destiny. Unfortunately, we didn't get to obviously show it on the stage because COVID happened that year, but I think it's a very good song, and I think we really had a good chance of winning that year, to be honest. I love Shamakas. Yeah, there's just the list goes on forever. I could go on and on, but those I think are my top three.
Wow, fantastic repertoire. And Eurovision itself, your favorite song there?
I would say I love Euphoria. I think when Euphoria hit the Eurovision stage, it elevated the Eurovision level to the next level. I love Rise Like a Phoenix, as I said. Not the Same. I love Rugby's Velo, which represented Israel in 2013. I still love that song so much. And I actually really like No One, that was performed by Maja Kojic for Slovenia in 2011, I think it was. And that's another favorite one of mine. I love La La Love by Evie Adamu as well. There's just so many songs I could go on forever.
The entire Spotify list you have
Literally,
there.
It is.
Fabulous. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.